From the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College in Tacoma Park, Maryland, Montgomery College Television presents NJCAA Women's College Volleyball with the Montgomery College Raptors taking on the Pioneers from Arundel Community College. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Michael Brown, and it's great to be here with you again, my partner, Marcus Rosano. It's great to be back at the table together. It's been a long time.
Thank you, Michael. It's good to be back on MCTV, and it's great to be alongside the voice of Montgomery College Athletics, Michael Brown. And tonight we're going to get to see a Region 20 rivalry volleyball match that could be a preview to what we might see in the Region 20 tournament, which is in Montgomery College.
Well, in fact, it is a playoff preview tonight, a Region 20 preview tonight. Both of these teams are contenders for the Region 20 championship that's going to be held at Montgomery College on November 2nd and 3rd. It's actually going to be on the Rockville campus. So what we're going to see here tonight when these two teams face off across the net is it's going to be an excellent scouting report for both of these coaches. This is the first time this season that these two teams have met. So what they're going to get is an up-close look at what each other has to offer. And with the region tournament just a couple of weeks away, that puts added importance on tonight's match. And earlier this week, I sat down with head coach Amir Mafinejad of the MC Raptors, and we talked about his team's chances in the upcoming Region 20 tournament.
I like our chances. I like our chances this year going into it. It all depends what we do. We haven't had a chance to take a look at Anne Arundel. Anne Arundel is another team in our region. And always Butler and Lorraine, you always expect them or anticipate that they're going to have solid teams, which they always had. So there's going to be good competition there. So we'll have a better idea where my concentration is just to get ourselves better, to play our brand of volleyball, to be aggressive, to play tough, to play every single point the way it needs to be played, and let the chips fall where they may be.
Well, Marcus, one thing's for sure, tonight is going to tell us a whole lot about what lies ahead for Montgomery College in the regional tournament. And one thing is very clear about this team. Ever since we turned the page to October on the calendar, they played their best volleyball of the year.
Traditionally, Coach Mafinejad's teams tend to mature as the season, progresses. This year, they only have 4 returning players. So if anybody knows anything about volleyball, there's a lot of chemistry that needs to be built. It's a team sport, in the very sense of the word. Not to mention they had injuries. Christy Mempin was down, Emily Scott was down, and they played 10 of their first 12 games on the road. So as October heats up, and this is a continuous process, he's right. They are playing better, and that's a great sign for a tough Region 20 with Howard up there and Anne Arundel there and Butler and Lorraine, and it's going to be a battle, but they do have a chance.
Oh, they sure do. And when I talked to Anne Arundel head coach Adrienne McDivitt, she's excited about tonight too because she sees this game as a key game for her team. She feels they're improving, even though their overall record may not show it, and she feels that tonight is a good chance to see how her team stacks up against one of their competitors in the Region 20 championship. We are just a couple of moments away now from our first serve of the match, so let's take a quick look at some of the starting lineups. Let's start with Anne Arundel.
Number 3, Taylor Younger. Number 4, Devin Smith. Number 6, Cynthia Jones. Number 7, Caitlin D. Number 11, Kirsten Vasconcelos. And number 16, Tony Nelson.
And Garrett's head coach is Adrienne McDivitt. She's in her first year as head coach. Her assistant is Kevin Brady. And now let's meet the starters for the MC Raptors.
Number 2, Yesenia Mora. Number 6, Capria Redparth. Number 7, Emily Scott. Number 8, Andrea Falcone. Number 12, Maya Gillette. And number 14, Hiromi Konishi.
And MC's assistant coaches are Dan Smith and Kim Lamb. And in his 6th year, the Raptors head coach is Amir Mafinejad.
You know, we seem to always talk about coaches at Montgomery College that turn their programs around, and Coach Maffinajad is one of them. In 2010, they won the region, first time ever for an MC volleyball team. They went to the Nationals, and they finished 6th in the country. So it's a good thing that we're always talking about coaches that turn MC teams around, because this guy's one of them, and he's doing a heck of a job.
Oh, he is the poster guy for turning a team around. And we are just moments away from the first serve of the match. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with our national anthem and the match between the Montgomery College Raptors and the Anne Arundel Community College Pioneers.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
Welcome back, and now our national anthem. And the teams are now exchanging the traditional pregame handshake. It's kind of a neat tradition they have in Maryland JUCO, Marcus.
That's definitely a nice gesture of sportsmanship. I can think of a couple sports at the Division I level that should probably do that, maybe on Saturday afternoons.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. You might see some different things. Anyway, let's run down our starters again for Montgomery College. We have number 2, Yesenia Mora. Number 6, Capria Redparth. 7, Emily Scott. 8, Andrea Falcone. Number 12, Maya Gillette. And number 14, Hiromi Kanoshi. And the starters for Anne Arundel. Got number 3, Taylor Younger. Number 4, Devin Smith. Number 6, Cynthia Jones. Number 7, Caitlin Dia. Number 11, Kirsten Vasconcelos, and number 16, Tony Nelson, who is serving for Anne Arundel.
Let's keep an eye out on number 3 and number 4 for Anne Arundel. Taylor Younger is one of the best hitters on the team, according to Coach McDivitt, and Devin Smith, she says, is the best player on the team.
She calls her go-to player. There's a hard serve, and we are underway. Maya Gillette up. And there's a point for Anne Arundel as number 6, Cynthia Jones, puts it away. Tony Nelson with the serve.
Wow, that's a powerful serve from Nelson.
Nice dig by Mempin. And that's out, and another point for Anne Arundel. Just to refresh everybody's memory about volleyball, it's the best out of 5 sets. The first 4 sets are to 25. You must win by 2. If there's a 5th and deciding set, it's to 15 decided by 2. And that's a point for the Raptors. Hiromi Konishi will be serving for the Raptors.
She's got the best serve on the team as she leads the team in aces.
She's also a co-captain as a freshman.
That's something to take note of, definitely.
There's the return. Here come, there's a little dink.
I think they got Emily Scott or Gillette with a double hit. And I've been watching a lot of college volleyball on ESPN, and they don't call the double hit very often, and it looks like we got caught with an early one.
Cynthia Jones serving for Arundel. There's Capria Redparth, and she scores.
That's exactly what MC needs to do. Your setter is Falcone, and she's the best passer on the team. She is the setter, and when you get the ball to the setter, she sets up the big girls, and Capria Redparth, as we know, is one of the best athletes at Montgomery College.
We're going to hopefully have a chance to talk a little bit more about Capria and what she has done at the school. There's another point for Montgomery College. Of course, as we know, Capria is a three-sport star here: basketball, track, and now volleyball.
And she's new to this sport, and Coach Mafinijad said she's just really catching on.
Well, she's a fabulous athlete, and as Mempin serves, good serve. Scott, Falcone, and it's off Anne Arundel for a point for Montgomery College.
That was nice placement by Falcone. She didn't really get up for a traditional spike, but she knew exactly where the Pioneers were not.
Yep, she saw the court well and got the point. Christy Mempin serving for Montgomery College. She's a freshman, and it's a little bit long.
And you'll see that she's wearing the white shirt, so she's today's libero.
And they called that one in. They called that one in.
You're not calling home cooking this early, are you?
We had a chance to talk to Christy Mempin before the match started. She's very knowledgeable about the sport. And that one is in. That'll be a point for Arundel. 5-4 in the early going here in the first set.
Yeah, we can almost call Christy now our Montgomery College volleyball correspondent. She gave us so much information as we waited to get everything together for the production.
She really knows it. Here's Devin Smith with the jump serve, and it's a hard one and a point scored.
That Devin Smith, that jump serve is pretty scary. She put it right on the back line, and there was nothing that we could do with it.
Top player on that Anne Arundel team. Another hard one, and that one is out. We're listening to the official, and I believe she's talking about if there was a mistake in the alignment for Anne Arundel.
And they're talking about the libero rules, and those rules, it's a fairly new rule to college volleyball, and they're fairly extensive too. So there's some studying you need to do if you're a referee at college volleyball.
Boy, that is for sure. And here's Cindy Cyprian. She's going to be serving now for Montgomery College. 6-5, the Raptors in front. And that's a double hit.
It looks like another double hit. Another part of a double hit, not only is it you can do a double hit with both of your hands, but if you hit another part of your body, such as too much of your forearm, they'll call you for a double hit.
Dig by Cyprian. Scott dinks it over for the point.
Nice play. That was a smart move by Scott. She mistimed her jump because it was a little bit of an overpass on the set, but she dinked it right over the net, like you said, Michael.
And Cindy Cyprian, number 3, continues to serve.
She's got a 30% service ace percentage, which is pretty good per set.
And she just picked up another one. And there's timeout on the floor with the Raptors in front, 9-5. We're in the first set, coming to you from the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College. Once again, Michael Brown alongside Marcus Rosano. And, you know, there's a lot of ways that you can watch Montgomery College sports, but one of the easiest ways is to watch it on YouTube. This game and many other games are available for viewing on Montgomery College's YouTube channel. Just visit www.youtube.com/Montgomery College. There you'll find links to this game, plus past basketball, baseball, soccer, and other volleyball games. And you'll also find links to hundreds of other MCTV programs. Once again, that's youtube.com/Montgomery College.
Our YouTube site is really becoming a presence not only amongst the student body, but amongst the Montgomery community. There are some amazing hit numbers that we're picking up on the YouTube. Not only athletic events, but all kinds of various programming.
And there's the serve by Cibrian. Nice dig by Cibrian. Attempted dig there by Mempin to no avail.
Nice effort by Mempin, where she did what they call a pancake. I've been waiting to say that word, where she hits the deck on a dig.
So that number 5 serving for Anna Arundel. That
broke up some momentum that the Raptors had gained.
And there's a nice hit from the outside there by Emily Scott.
Emily had a nice kill on that, and the ball was probably going to go out, but the libero for Anna Arundel really had to make a last-second play.
Number 7, Emily Scott on the serve. Bit of a rally. There's Mora. And that is a point for Montgomery College.
And that's right there is a tailor-made set and kill for Yesenia Mora. Falcone with the set, perfect, right on the back line, just how they draw it up.
There's the set, but she was under the net, I believe. Looked to me like her foot may have touched the black line.
I think they got her for a double hit again. As you can see, the rotation of the ball came off her hand funny, and as our correspondent, Christy Mempin, told us, that when the rotation is funny off the ball, that's when they'll call you on a double hit, and I think that's exactly what they just saw.
Point to Montgomery College, as that time they hit the ball 4 times.
And if you watch the set, when it comes off the hands, it's really not supposed to really move, but when the ball's moving, that's when they get the double hit.
There's a attempted kill from the outside. It's long. Another point for Montgomery College. They're quickly up 14-6 here in the first set.
Another thing we learned is there's a reason why those lines are on the ball, and that's to watch the rotation.
And that helps the official determine whether or not it's a double hit.
Exactly.
And that one did not make it over, so another point for Montgomery College. They have a commanding 15-6 lead here in the first period.
Shaking off some early rust, taking control of this first set.
Emily Scott on a nice roll here with the serve. Arundel, and another point for Montgomery College.
Yeah, those are some unforced errors that Coach McDivitt's not really going to be happy with.
Emily Scott. She's finding that hole in the donut, as they call it, with that serve.
And one thing with a team as well coached as Montgomery College, and I'm sure Coach McDivitt's going to tell her girls that you can't give them anything for free.
Emily Scott, dig. Oh, nice.
Excellent play. That's headiness right there at the net.
Boy, Hiromi Konishi with a great save there. There's Mora.
That was a nice back set, too, by Falcone.
That's going to be a little tough there for Konishi to handle. Nice try, but not quite there.
Emily Scott had a good run from the service line.
Boy, she sure did. Here's Caitlin Dea, number 7, serving for Anna Arundel.
That's something you don't see that often, an error on Hiromi.
No.
I think she just got in a little bad position there for the pass.
Here's Dea's next serve, right in the hole in the middle there. And Mora. But that And that point goes to Montgomery College, 18-8. Yesenia Moore with her third kill already here in the early going.
That's how you want to draw it up. You set it to the 5'10" girl right at the net.
And the improvement is amazing in her from last year to this year. Nice little dink there by Kanishi. Arundel gets it back over, does not get it back over, and that's another point for Montgomery College.
That was a great serve by Yesenia, and forced the free ball on the Pioneers, and when you get a free ball, the team should take advantage of it.
And another point for Montgomery College, blocked by Falcone.
That was an oops point for Yesenia Moore. She did not mean to put that over the net, and you could see her face. She's kind of saying, I didn't call that.
Hard serve. That's an ace for Mora. She's off to a great start tonight. Yesenia Mora is a sophomore. She's a nursing major. She wants to be a emergency room nurse. Boy,
wow.
That's tough.
And she's coach's most improved player from last year.
That's right. She won the most improved player award last year for the Raptors.
Look at that nice
There's
set.
Kanishi, beautiful touch.
Falcone is playing the setter position perfectly, where you're just waiting for your chance. It's more of a timing thing.
She is number 4 in all of Maryland JUCO in assists, and now we see why. There's a save by Arundel. Another great set. Kanishi, saved by Arundel. And that's going to be a point for Montgomery College.
When it hits the antenna, it's out.
The antenna, which sticks up from both sides of the net, is the boundary. And another point for Montgomery College.
So Emily Scott took them to a 17-17 lead from the service line, and now Yesenia is going to try to take it for an entire set here.
And traditionally, your middle hitters are not great servers,
That's right.
but she's on a nice roll. Bit of a rally here. This is match point.
Nice dig
or
by
set
Emily
point,
Scott.
rather. This is set point, 24-8. And that is the set as Montgomery College takes the first set 25-8. Second set coming up, and while we have a quick break in the action, we've talked a lot about Yesenia Mora and what she's done as a middle hitter. And I talked to her earlier this week about the adjustment between playing outside hitter last year and very little to playing middle hitter this year and playing tremendous amount of minutes.
It's going well. At first it was kind of hard to adjust from playing outside where I would just not really touch the ball, but middle I'm in there, I'm blocking, I'm covering, I'm hitting all the time back to back, blocking this side, blocking that side, and then I also play back row for one, which I didn't do last year, so then I'm learning back row positions as well, serving, it's everything all in one.
Well, she's right about that. When you're in the middle, it's everything all at once.
And she just talked about how she's learning the other position. She's learning how to play the back row. And she literally just served out at 17-7, and she took it to 25-8, and she took the game away. Her and Emily Scott had excellent service games. Falcone, when they get the first pass, this game is all about passing. I mean, I know that sounds cliche, but it's a fact. You have 3 hits, and usually when you have the serve, you have a dig. You dig in good hopes that you would get it to your setter. Your setter then sets up the big girls at the net, and that's the name of the game, and that's what we saw in the first set. And we saw great service percentages.
Well, just taking a quick look at Mora's stats just from the first set. 2 aces, 3 kills, 3 digs.
That's a nice set.
Not to mention all the great serves. And 7 assists already for Andrea Falcone.
Well, that's what they're supposed to be doing. And, when they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, Falcone setting up Yesenia or setting up Gillette or even Konishi, that's what Montgomery College volleyball is supposed to be about this year.
All right, we see Mora, we see Falcone, we see Gillette, we see Mempin, and we see Konishi out there for Montgomery College. Actually, that's 7 players, so one of those players is going to come off the court.
And I see Falcone kind of running the huddle here, and her and Mempin almost like the I guess the quarterbacks, if you would, to talk about another sport. But Falcone seems to be giving them sort of the pep talk, like the wily veteran, if you would.
Well, she's the sophomore leader on the team. She's the quarterback on the field. She really is the play caller. Number 8, and then her sister, Maria, there we see Andrea. Her sister, Maria, played for Amir Mafinejad his first couple of years as head coach here at Montgomery College.
It's nice to see the sibling pipeline, not just in volleyball, but we've seen it, in other sports, whether it be basketball or soccer or, even baseball. So that helps. When the brother or the sister says, hey, why don't you go up and play at MC like I did? There's no better recruiting than the family member, let me tell you.
Well, Andrea Falcone is a tremendous young woman. She works for she's a volunteer tutor, as we look at her here with an organization called the Global Children's Center. So she just loves kids, and her first serve is an ace.
A little too hot to handle for Caitlin D.
So so Falcone retains the serve. And, of course, the teams switch sides of the court after each set, so that's why you see a little bit different look out there. That's also part of the tradition. And there's Konishi.
That's a fantastic play. The libero with Mempin set up Falcone at the net for the set, and then you get the kill. And Konishi can get up there. She's not tall, but she has some pretty good spring in her legs.
She's very quick also. And Amir Mafinejad is just thrilled to have her on the team. And again, she's a captain, one of the co-captains as a freshman.
I'm impressed with the spacing and the placement of the Montgomery College girls. Emily just was in a perfect position to dig that last kill attempt.
2-1, and that is long. And that'll be a point for Montgomery College. Emily Scott is the other co-captain for Montgomery College. Taylor Younger, and there's another point off a hard serve by Konishi. Taylor Younger and Cynthia Jones are the co-captains for Anna Arundel.
We've yet to see them get Devin Smith involved at the net.
We've been looking forward to that. She just saved a point there.
They really haven't been able to handle the serves for Montgomery College. And in talking to some of the players earlier today, that's not a great aspect of their game, is their service. They talk about that. They admitted a couple of things that they need to work on, and they said that they're not the greatest serving team, but they're doing a great job tonight.
Here's a set for Devin Smith. Let's see what she does. Nice dig there by Cibrian. Off an attempted kill. Nice touch there by Gillette.
Nice block by Redparth there.
Nice dig by Mempin. And they're not going to get that one over. That'll be a point for Arundel.
Yeah, Capria's laughing at herself there. She kind of messed that pass up. At least she can laugh about it.
She's got a great attitude.
She does.
She loves the sport. She's really having a good time. Okay, here is Devin Smith with that jump serve again. Boy, she found a spot. Oh, Redparth.
She made up for it right there.
Perfect placement on that kill. Capria Redparth, an All-American in track, an outstanding basketball player, and now she's trying her hand at volleyball.
It's good to see her having fun out there because she's harder on herself than anybody.
Maya Gillette with a good hard serve. They got to get it over, and they do. Konishi, here comes the set. Mora, set, block, and that's a point for Arundel as the block did not go back over.
It looks like Captain Taylor Younger was on that spike.
And there's the serve by Arundel. Konishi. Here comes the set to Scott. Good hard one. Mempin, here comes the set again. This time to Redparth, another kill.
Another perfect play. When you get the ball to Falcone, good things happen.
Boy, she has a real knack of putting it in the right spot. And of course, I talked to her about that. And number 5, this is Nicole Coutier, freshman.
The lefty.
Lefty. Couple of lefties on this Montgomery College team. Coutier and Wickner. And Coutier will continue to serve.
I think they got another double hit called against Anne Arundel.
They did. Here comes the block attempt. Mempin. Here comes the set to Mora. Mempin gets it over.
That was a nice ball.
And that's a point for Montgomery College as the return goes out. A lot of talk out on the floor. As we know, a lot of volleyball is about the communication between the players. So again, we have an alignment situation, alignment fault for Anne Arundel.
I don't think we have enough time between now and 2014 to talk about how the rotations work in this sport.
Part of this is that Anne Arundel is rebuilding this year.
Yes, they're very young. And their head coach graduated from high school in 2007. That's almost unheard of.
She's in her first year. She just graduated from college in 2011 from Geneva College in Pennsylvania. That's going to be a little long there for Mora. Mora's had some knee problems this year. Her left knee, and we can see it through the pad that she wears, that she has it wrapped. But she's playing through it.
I think they got a net violation against Anne Arundel, so MC got the point.
Scott with the serve. Nice try there by Mempin. Once again, another violation for Anne Arundel, so Montgomery College retains possession and the serve. Double hit. They've called a bunch of those tonight, Marcus.
Really, they have. And Emily Scott, she had a great service game in the first set.
She's continuing here in the second set. Another line driver, and there's a nice block by Mora.
Yeah, Taylor Younger couldn't really get up over the net like she needed to. Taylor Younger is sporting the Anne Arundel Community College colors in her hair.
All right, now Ellie Wickner comes in to replace Scott at the serve line. Ellie Wickner, another lefty. She is another Montgomery scholar as well. Ooh, that was a... Boy, she hit the stands hard there, number 7, Caitlin Dea.
And if you ever need to know why they wear knee pads in volleyball, right there, we have it on tape.
We've got a timeout on the floor. And Montgomery College in front, 15-4 in the second set. They took the first set. And there we see Amir Mafinajan talking to the players, going over the plays. Right next to him in the white shirt is Kim Lamb. She's a first-year assistant. Kim played for Amir just a couple of years ago and was an outstanding player, made all Maryland JUCO as a setter.
It's nice to see her coming back. And you know, when you're a setter, you have a good feel for the game. You know where everybody needs to be. Like you said, you're the quarterback. And to have her come back and really take control, of the passing game for Coach Mafinijad, I'm sure he's thrilled about having that. And she can relate to the athletes as well.
Oh yeah, she's immersed herself in the team, according to Amir. It's been invaluable, and he's loved having her on the staff this year. And of course, he's had Dan Smith with him ever since the very beginning. Dan's been his assistant. So back to action now, 15-4, second set. Ellie Wickner, number 4, at the serve line, and there it comes. And there's a smash. There's a set by Coutier. They get it over.
Smart play by Yesenia Mora.
And they're going They're gonna have to scramble on this one. Konishi, amazing effort. Went over backwards to save that point. There's Konishi.
What a great rally we have going here.
This is fun to watch here, folks. Coutier, there's Mora. Oh, she almost found the hole in the donut there, and there's a point.
Well, that's going to be Hiromi Konishi's highlight reel rally, where she did that backwards reverse dig, I don't know what you're going to call it, and she banged her head. Then she got up, and she almost had an amazing kill.
Boy, she was right in it. That's 8 digs for Konishi in a set and a half. Wickner with the serve. Another hard line drive serve.
They're not handling the serve, and if you can't handle the serve, you can't set up your offense. If you can't set up your offense, you can't score points.
And here's Wickner again. 17-4, Montgomery College on top. There's Younger, and she finds it that time.
Yep, that was perfectly placed set for Younger on the kill.
So a point for Anne Arundel makes it 17-5. We're in the middle of the second set. Montgomery College on top. And there's the serve. That time Falcone with the, tried to put that one away, and that one stayed in. That's a point for Anne Arundel.
Yeah, it's almost a guessing game when you get that deep to the back line, and the Raptors guessed wrong on that one.
They thought it was going long. And Younger is serving for Anne Arundel, number 3.
A nice hard serve.
Arundel's got some good servers.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Their problem has been handling the Montgomery College serve.
If you can handle the serve, you get your offense set. When you get the ball to the setter, good things happen.
And that was definitely long.
Yeah, you don't want service errors when you're trying to climb back into a volleyball match.
Christy Mempin serving. She's the one who just yelled out on that last one.
A lot of communication going on out there.
You don't want to waste effort on a shot that's going out. MC has 8 aces to 2.
Wow.
For Anne Arundel.
That's a telling stat.
Boy, that tells you a lot about how this match has gone so far. This time Mempin a little softer serve. Arundel, that's 4 hits. They don't get it over. You're allowed 3 hits per side. There's Mempin right into the donut hole.
She talks about the floater serve that she has. It almost comes off like a knuckleball.
She told us that she used to have a jump serve, but because she's having problems with her knee, she's not able to do that jump serve. You can see, we get a look at Christy Mempin back there on the serve line. She has her left knee is wrapped. They fear it's meniscus. It's either tendonitis or meniscus. She's going to have it examined after the season is over. She's a gamer. Here's Konishi. Another nice dig by Mempin. They got to get it over.
Nice
Wickner
play.
does it.
That's a great play.
Coutier. Here comes the set for Gillette. She saves it. So that doesn't count as a block. And it's in.
Perfect placement. And that was great. I mean, that was defensive specialist all the way around on that rally. They came almost 7 feet outside the sideline for that dig.
Wow. Now you see why they made us move our table back, Marcus.
You're right.
I guess they knew what they were talking about. Here comes the set by Falcone. Konishi. And that time, it's a point for Arundel.
Mempin's serve isn't the most intimidating serve, but it's perfect placement, and she's making Anne Arundel make a play, and Anne Arundel has yet to show that they're going to make a play.
Here's Nelson with the serve.
That's a fast serve right there by Tony Nelson.
And she picks up the point. She started serving in the first set, had a little bit of a run going.
They need to get a run off of Tony Nelson's serve.
officials are conferring. Tony Nelson is a sophomore. She's out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And she went to Grace Christian High School. I'm not sure what the discussion is about. Could be a rotation issue here. I think that's what I'm hearing.
Coach McDivitt does say that Tony Nelson is one of her hardest hitters and one of her best servers.
And that time she served it out.
And when there comes a hard serve, there comes the danger of a service error, and that's what we saw.
Here's Andrea Falcone, sophomore setter.
This is an interesting point of the game where you have your best setter as also the server. So she needs to get back up into position.
She's a very steady server. And that's a point. Now we have our match point here in the second set. Match point, 24-9. It comes. And Arundel staves off with Maria Thonelt. Falcone, Konishi, and it falls into no man's land. And that is the end of set 2.
And that set point actually started with a perfect placement of a pass from Mempin to the setter and to the kill.
So after 2 sets, Montgomery College is up 2-0, and what could be our third and deciding set coming up. And you know, Marcus, it's not, as the teams change sides, you know, we have other sports going on right now at Montgomery College other than volleyball. We've got 2 great soccer teams going at it on the pitch right now.
Yeah, the Montgomery College men's soccer team is currently ranked number 2 in the country at the NJCAA Division III level, and they are blowing teams out. And when I say blowing teams out, there was one point where they had 2 games in a row by a combined score of 21-0, and that's something that's just unbelievable. You'd think it's a misprint if you read that in the newspaper. But Coach Pedro Braz's team is the defending runner-up national champions. They couldn't get over the hump in the national championship game, but he returned some serious players, brought in some new freshmen, and they are off and running, ranked number 2. Herkimer, who is hosting, if I'm not mistaken, Herkimer's hosting the regional tournament
correct.
or the national tournament.
No, they're hosting the
national tournament. Herkimer's ranked number 1. So there could be some serious soccer being played up in Herkimer with our Montgomery College Raptors.
And the women's team is doing great as well.
Coach Brad Harton, Coach Brad Harton was in a tough spot. Kelly Wakeman, the former coach, came in and won a national championship. So how are you going to replace a national championship coach? Well, he's doing a pretty darn good job of it. And this year they've won 5 of their last 7. They're 8-7. They're 5-3 in the Maryland JUCO Conference, which is pretty good. You got some goal scorers. Tamara Castillo is 4th in Maryland JUCO with 14 goals. Rachel Anderson has 8 goals.
There she is right there. We just saw her score.
Ashley Latter, the goalkeeper, who we also know from the basketball court, has 78 saves, which is good for 4th, in Maryland JUCO. So Coach Harton had big shoes to fill with Kelly Wakeman, but he's doing a heck of a job. And the soccer teams in this area, everybody's starting to know Montgomery College soccer, both men's and women's.
Well, that is for sure. And here we go. We are just about ready to start the third set. We've got Mora out there, Falcone. We've got Emily Scott, Mempin, Konishi, Gillette, and Capria Redparth. So apparently Mempin is not going to be on the court to start this set. This could be the third and final set. Again, it's best of 5. Montgomery College up 2-0.
Oh, here comes Christy. They just subbed out Yesenia Mora, and Mempin is back on the court.
And number 16, Tony Nelson, will be serving to start the set for Arundel.
Arundel needs to get in a groove here and put some points together.
Well, let's see if Tony Nelson can get him on the run. There's that hard serve.
Yeah, that's a nice hard serve.
Picks up a quick point. Almost got our camera guy up there, Corey Wallace. That's how hard that carom was. Here she comes, another hard serve. Nice dig by Mempin.
That's a pancake dig right there.
And there's Gillette with the kill.
And Gillette's not that tall either, but she has long arms and she has good leaping ability.
And she gets off her feet very quickly.
She got over the net.
Yeah, she's great. They love her. Mir Mafinajad is thrilled that he found her. Arundel gets it over. Nice try there by Christy Mempin. Maya Gillette went to high school in Venezuela.
Caracas, Venezuela.
Her mother is works with the State Department, so she did her high school years in Venezuela. Emily Scott didn't get that one to go. And number 6, Cynthia Jones serving for Anne Arundel. Is the set. Scott dinks it into the right spot.
It's becoming apparent that a healthy Emily Scott is a very, very good thing for Coach Mafinajad's Raptors.
Boy, he missed her in the early going. She had tendonitis in her shoulder, wasn't able to hit, had to put her at libero, but in the last couple of weeks, that shoulder's come around and she's made quite an impact on that outside. 3-3 here in the third set. Again, it's to 25. You must win by 2, but if Montgomery College should win this one, they will win the match. And that ball is out.
Mempin put a little top spin on that serve, and when they want to do top spin, it falls into what they call the donut, as we spoke about earlier. But the top spin serve is a little different than the floater serve.
There's the floater, and it goes out of bounds.
Like a Phil Necro knuckleball, I don't know.
It really did look like a knuckleball. They just couldn't get it.
Christie found a little muscle on that serve.
So it's 5-4 Raptors, third set. And here's Devin Smith serving for Arundel with that high jump serve there. Nice block by Falcone. And that point goes to Montgomery College.
Anne Arundel couldn't capitalize on the free ball from the hard jump serve from Devin Smith. MC gave them a free ball, meaning that it's a dig, but it goes all the way back over the net without allowing your team to make a play on it.
Nicole Coutier serving. She had a nice run in the second set, and that's a point for Montgomery College. As again, they had trouble handling that serve.
And you can't set up your offense if you're not handling the serve.
Coutier again.
Nice top spin lefty.
One of 2 lefties on the Montgomery College team. Another point for Coutier and the Raptors.
Nicole is a bioengineering major.
Told me she loves math and science. Real smart kid.
More power to her. We need more scientists, female scientists. That's one thing that Montgomery College is really, really reaching hard for, is to get bioengineering, STEM, all these mathematics out into the female demographic. It's always been such a male-dominated department, and Montgomery College is working towards improving that.
That's the 4th ace of the match for Arundel. Montgomery College still leads 9-4 in the ace category. And that one's out. 7-6.
Wow, Hiromi Konishi looks like she had something against that volleyball. She hit that hard.
Wow, what a dig there by Scott, but it goes long.
Just out.
So Arundel on a nice little roll here. They've taken the lead in the third set, 8-7. First lead they've had since early in the first set.
Nice spike by Yesenia Mora.
Set for Scott, and there's another great example of what she brings from the outside.
Excellent set by Falcone, and then the outside hitter, Emily Scott, from the left outside spot just comes in and drills it.
That's 5 kills for Scott. There's Mora. Ooh, they call that point for the Pioneers. It did go out. Oh, she did. She wanted that one.
I think Yesenia thought it went off the block.
I think she did too. She has a very expressive face.
She does.
She does not hide much.
That's one thing I like about the women's volleyball game is that it shows a lot of character. They smile. They congratulate each other after a mistake. That's something you don't see, in many men's games whatsoever.
Well, Amir Mafinajad told me this team is really tight. The chemistry on this year's team is one of the best he's ever had.
You have to be, because the communication in a sport like this is so important. And quite frankly, if you get along, you're going to communicate better.
And when you talk to the players and you ask them, what's your favorite part about playing Montgomery College volleyball? They all say it's playing with these girls. 10-9 Raptors in front. Gutierrez just a little short.
And the thing that they talk about is the van trips to away games is the most enjoyable part, because they're hanging out with their friends, and they're also teammates. So you take that, it's almost like taking your friends are going into a competition with each other, and it builds camaraderie, and that's one of the things that these girls enjoy the most about playing for the Raptors.
All tied up at 10. Set number 3, Montgomery College ahead 2-0, and that's a point for the Raptors.
Hiromi took a little off of that spike, a little bit of a changeup.
One thing we haven't talked about tonight, Marcus, is the libero position. Maybe we can get to that after this serve.
Nice serve again, not a good handle
Nelson
on the initial pass.
Here comes the set. They're just going to get it over.
Smart play by Scott, putting it where nobody was.
Mempin with a dig. There's Konishi.
But
Good job there by Arundel.
As you'll see, Mempin wearing the white jersey, the libero position will not go past the 3-meter line, meaning she's not going to get up to the front row. She's not going to be part of what they call the attack, where the set or the spike takes place. She's playing defense, is pretty much what she's out there for.
And we've got a timeout on the floor here. And if you want to really stay on top of what's happening with Montgomery College, MC Sports, and MCTV programming, then make sure to follow us on Twitter. Follow Montgomery College on Twitter at twitter.com/MontgomeryColl. That's C-O-L-L, as you can see. For MC Athletics, you can follow them on Twitter at twitter.com/MC_Raptors. And to follow MCTV on Twitter, go to twitter.com/MCTV10. All these feeds will keep you up to date on all the latest Montgomery College news, both on the academic side and the sports side.
And that's true. If our team gets to, the soccer team, for instance, if they go up to Herkimer and they're playing in the national championship game, if you're not available to watch it on the live stream, one thing about Twitter is it's immediate. And the NJCAA actually does a great job in updating the Twitter feeds. So, for instance, if Montgomery College, if MC scores in the first half, you're going to get a Twitter feed for it. So it's not as good as being there, but it's very, very immediate.
All right, well, Nelson still serving, and that is a long one. And that'll be a point for Montgomery College. It's 12-11. We are in the third set. Montgomery College up 2-0. We're coming to you from the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College.
Yeah, Hiromi's going to want to take that serve back. She hit it long, and they're up 12-11, and your best server hits into an error, and she's going to want to have that one back.
Yeah, she's not happy with herself. The good ones are always toughest on themselves. It is Redparth. And they call that a handball. She cupped it. And that may be a little bit of the inexperience of Capria Redparth.
She could do that with a basketball, of course. But
Absolutely.
it's a judgment call for the referee. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. I wouldn't have called it, but then again, I'm not standing on that that ladder there right at the net.
We got some life being shown from the Pioneers here. They don't want to go out in 3 sets.
No, they're up 14-12, and their serve has caused trouble tonight. There's Gillette. And that was off an Arundel player. So that's the point for Montgomery College.
Sometimes if there's the opportunity for the spike, they'll actually direct it off of a block. So it goes directly out of bounds or it goes shooting up into the stands.
There's Mempin with that floater again, where they had trouble with it. Here comes the set for Gillette. I'm sorry, for
Redparth. Capria really hung in the air. She mistimed her jump because she's such a good athlete. She actually hung in the air and was still above the net for the spike.
Christy Mempin into the net. Says, my bad. 15-14 Montgomery College. I'm sorry, 15-14 Arundel. There's the set. Wickner gets it over. And we are all tied up at 15. Our statistician, Evan Brown, just handed me a note. Andrea Falcone with 21 assists.
Wow. Anne Arundel doesn't have that answer. They don't have the Andrea Falcone to get that offense set.
Emily Scott from the outside. And that's going to be a point for Montgomery College.
That one went off the basket that's hanging from the rafters here. Even though it's about, 30, 40 feet in the air, the ball is still in play.
And Arundel, which had a little run, now is struggling mightily as they got no offense set up there. Those were 3 defensive hits in a row. Nicole Coutier with the serve. Nice placement.
And again, that was not a good set. It was too close to the net, and you're not putting your strong hitters in a good position, and that's been Anne Arundel's problem the entire night.
Coutier doing a very nice job with the serve. And that is out. So all of a sudden it's 19-15 Montgomery College, and there's a timeout on the floor. So Montgomery College up by 4. We are in the 3rd set, which could be the 3rd and deciding set. Just depends on who wins this one.
We were talking about Coach Mafinijad earlier, and he was the Region 20 Coach of the Year in 2010. And listen to this stat. The team completed that season with a record of 20-5. Do you know what their record was the year before? 2-14. Now, if that is the definition of turnaround. So leading up into the Region 20 tournament, you're going to be facing a great team in Howard. You're going to be facing Butler, Lorraine. Anne Arundel's going to be there. So it's not going to be an easy time, but with his leadership and the way that the girls are playing and the way they respond to him, they're going to have a chance.
And as you can see from the graphic on the screen there, the Region 20 tournament, it'll be at Montgomery College. It's going to be on the Rockville campus. It's coming up on Saturday and Sunday, November 2nd and November 3rd. So really ought to make plans to come on out and see that. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great volleyball action. And the winner goes to the national championships.
That's a good deal.
21-15, Montgomery College on top. Coutier still with the serve, and that time it goes into the net. So Arundel finds new life, 21-16. Again, you have to win the set by 2. Hard serve, and Scott can't handle it.
Yeah, she tried to play it with the overhand instead of taking a couple of steps back, and digging with the arms.
Whoever that is should get 2 aces.
Here's the serve. Set for Mora. And it hits off an Arundel player.
That was a nice kill for Yesenia Mora.
21-18. Montgomery College on top. Again, you must win the set by 2. Good serve for Scott. She's had a great night at the service line. Here's Mora. Falcone again. Comes a set for Arundel.
Nice dig by Christy Menpin.
Wow, that was a good one.
Got
Good
a
rally here.
Great rally.
Comes the set. Oh.
That's a set that Andrea Falcone, that's not what she's been doing all game.
Now, she'd probably like to have that one back. It was a
That's
little
right.
bit too far out in front
That's
of
all right.
Emily Scott.
We'll give her one missed pass.
22-18. Oh, she got that one over.
That's a smart, quick dink.
Memphis tries for the dig. You can tell these players appreciate the effort that each one of them puts into it. 22-19. Number 7, Caitlin Dea.
She doesn't want to go home yet. There's a floater serve. You could see that ball move in the air.
Here comes Mora. Good block there by Arundel to save that point.
Great dig by Emily Scott.
Nelson, Coutier, comes Wickner. And Wickner scores the point.
That was a beautiful set from Falcone, and then the big lefty smash.
Ellie Wickner playing much taller than her 5'5" there. 26 assists for Falcone. And that's a point for Montgomery College. 23-19.
Oh, I think we got called for another net violation.
It's a serve from Younger. Wickner, nice hard shot there, but Arundel handled it.
Again, it starts with the first pass.
And again, that set was just a little too close to the net.
But the back line for Montgomery College has been excellent tonight with controlling the serve or even controlling a kill attempt. And then you get it up to the front line where you can start your attack.
23-21. Gillette saves it, but they're going to call handball.
Yeah, you could see that one.
She cupped it as she saved it, or attempted to save it.
It's almost like a natural reaction, like a handball in soccer.
Yeah, she did not intentionally mean to do that. That was just a reaction. There's Falcone.
Nice pass
Perfect
to
set to Gillette. And the point for the Raptors.
That's how you want to draw it up.
This could be set and match point here, as it's 24-22. Andrea Falcone now with 29 assists at the service line. There's the serve. Falcone with the set. Gillette. Again, this could be the end of the match here. Gillette gets it over. Arundel fighting hard. They save it. A lot of spirit in this point. Ooh, that was a tough one by Wickner.
This could be the longest rally of the game.
There's Capria Redparth. This is probably the longest, and it's out. And that is the end of the set and the end of the match as Montgomery College sweeps it in 3 straight sets, winning the last one 25-22. All right, Marcus, I know after a sweep, after a 3-setter, it's kind of tough to pick a player of the match, but I think we've got somebody who is an absolute natural for it. And there she is right there on camera, sophomore setter Andrea Falcone. And look at that stat line.
That is a nice stat line. She had 4 digs, she had a block, she had an ace, she had a kill. Oh, but she had 32 assists. That is some serious setting by that Raptor.
32 assists in a 3-set sweep.
And you have to give it to the back line as well, because in Arundel, even though they got swept in 3, they had some hard servers. And if you can't get the ball in a perfect position for Andrea to set the big hitters, then you're not going to get the 32 assists. So the back line helps Andrea, and Andrea sets the table.
You are absolutely correct. The back line is kind of the unsung heroes tonight. You had Christy Mempin, you had Cindy Cibrian, Ellie Whitner, Nicole Coutier. Those backliners really did a great job tonight.
And there's probably going to be some bruises on their forearms because they were digging and they were really placing it in where Andrea Falcone is sitting right there where the setter needs to be at the side of the net to set up the, hence the word, set up the big hitters, and the back line was putting it right on Andrea Falcone's hands.
And our statistician, Evan Brown, just handed me a stat on Christy Mempin. 14 digs, so that goes to what you were saying, Marcus.
And that's what the libero is there to do. She's there to dig, and she's not going to come up and she's not going to be involved in the attack. What the libero does is she plays defense, and if you play great defense like she does, that actually starts the attack. You have to start the attack, and that's when you get it to the setter, and the setter gets it to the hitters, and that's where you need somebody like the libero and Christy Mempin. She played a great game tonight.
You know, it's a cliche, but I think in volleyball, it's safe to say after a win like this, it's a real team effort. Obviously, we have some outstanding players there, but this is truly a team effort.
It is, and when Dejana Cobbs isn't going to come walking through the door. Hunter Schallhorn's not coming back through the door, but they have a team out there right now, and you have girls like Capria Redparth. She had 4 kills. Yesenia, another 5'10 player, she had 4 kills. And then Emily Scott, she had 5 kills. So those are great team stats where everybody's getting involved.
And once again, we got to talk about how great is it for Amir Mafinajad to have Emily Scott back healthy, to have Christy Mempin back healthy. It's made a world of difference from what I saw in the early season, in the early part of the season.
And with a win like this, Coach Mafinajad gets to go home early to see his 18-month-old and 3-year-old, and somebody who has a 21-month-old and a 3-year-old. I understand how that works. So Coach Mafinajad likes those 3-0 matches. And as for aces, the Montgomery College serve might not be as hard and fast as the Anne Arundel service, but they had 11 aces, and Anne Arundel only had 5.
That's a big part of why Montgomery College won this match in 3 straight sets. And stick with us because we're going to take a short break, and then Marcus and I will be right back with Amir Mafinajad, the head coach of the winning Montgomery College Raptors.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
And welcome back to the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside Marcus Rosano, and we are pleased to welcome in the winning head coach of the Montgomery College Raptors, Amir Mafinajad. Once again, Montgomery College takes it 3-0 over the Anne Arundel Community College Pioneers. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Good win tonight, Coach. 3 straight sets. Anne Arundel's a young team, but quick question about our most valuable player tonight. We voted Andrea Falcone. We counted 32 assists. Talk to us about how important it is to not just get Andrea setting the ball right, but getting the ball to Andrea. We saw a lot of that excellent passing to Andrea, and then Andrea sets up the big hitters.
Right. She's the glue on the team. She's done a heck of a job for us, not only this game, but all the previous games that we had and over the last 2 years. She's a great player. You know, she does a great job at setting up the offense and passing the ball around. The last 2 days of practice, we spent a lot of time working on passing and trying to get better and improving in that area. So some of that got reflected in the game today, and we still got a little bit of work to do on that. It just went back to the fundamentals a little bit just to focus on moving our feet, be ready to get the ball up to the setter in a position that we can run our offense a little bit. She's done a great job for us. Not only that she's, we talked about this, one of the better setters that we've had along the way, but she's been one of the better setters that we've had throughout our program. It makes the job easier to have a setter that's very knowledgeable and knows how to run the system.
Well, you have a great setter who's one of your assistant coaches, and I would imagine she's had some influence on the success of Andrea this year.
Right, she has, and Kim has done a great job in contributing either to the passing, the setting, and the hitters. And she actually, you know, when we scrimmage and Dan and I jump in and Kim jumps in, and she plays middle, she plays outside, Kim, and I think her game has improved. So and she knows more and more about the different position, and she even talks to the middles and trying to get them to where they need to be and what reads to make. And she's done the libero and she's done the setting for us in her 2 years stay. So she's been a great asset.
Well, let's talk about the front line tonight. I've been watching you guys pretty much from the start of your season. They're just improving by leaps and bounds, and you got to say that the addition now of a healthy Emily Scott really helps you up front.
Absolutely. She was hurt with her shoulder first month of the season. She's coming on. She had a great Saturday in one of the matches, and she played really well. She was a little bit under the weather today, but we're counting on her, and she's one of the all-around player that we have, along with Hiromi, that both are scrappy players, are good passers, and that helps a lot. So there are two outside hitters that can play all around, have a good consistent serve, and know the system and run a different set of plays. And she's been a good contributor.
We've got the Region 20 tournament coming up in Rockville on November 2nd and 3rd. It's difficult for us to see some of the things you need to work on because you took 3 straight matches. Obviously, Anne Arundel isn't going to be on the level that maybe a Howard will be when you see the region tournament. What did you see tonight that you're going to work on as we lead up into November 2nd and 3rd?
Consistency. We've had games where we come out. I know we talked about Anne Arundel is a young team and they're building. Last year they didn't win regionals, or they didn't have a team last year, and this year I think they're backing out of regionals as well. Mm-hmm. And for us, it's a matter of having consistent effort, consistent game set every single set. And we've had the great wins, and we have had games that we've kind of taken a backseat, relaxing a little bit and saying, oh, we got this, and trying to make sure that no matter who we play up to par the way we want to play. And the area that I kept stressing even at the end in the last timeout was in the last huddle was that we got to get better at passing. We want to get better passing and play defense. And we may not have the better hitters comparing to some of the other teams that we may face, and we haven't seen 2 of the teams come into the tournament. And if we can pass and serve the ball and play defense, that's a good combination to have going into the tournament. So,
very good.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best. I know you've only got a couple of matches left. As a matter of fact, Montgomery College Television is going to be broadcasting one of those matches this coming Monday, the 21st. When you guys play Frederick, we will be there in Rockville, and we'll be bringing you everyone that match. So we want to thank you so much for taking the time away from your team to come and chat with us, and congratulations once again on a big win tonight.
Thank you.
So once again from the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College Raptors takes tonight's volleyball match 3-0 over Anne Arundel Community College. For Marcus Rosano, Amir Mafinajad, and all the true professionals on the Montgomery College television crew, thanks for watching, everyone.